Welcome to a Milk Market Tidbit for the February class and component values that the USDA released yesterday. This is Dr. Lawrence Jones, and I'm recording this on Leap Day, February 29th, 2024. Just to remind everybody that the way that the class and component numbers are set is with the National Dairy Products Report. It is not set by the CME. It is not set by the traders. We get either 4 or 5, in this case, 4 National Dairy Sales reports with the price and volume of each of the commodities, and those are all added together. And you can see that the trade actually missed it a little bit because it came in at 1608 and the trade was at 1614, and they really missed class 4 because it was at 1985 and they were trading at 1991 at the end. So again, the trade is just trying to estimate what's going to happen, but it's a National Dairy Sales Report that actually dictates it. And by the way, what that is a survey of what cheese and the other commodities were actually sold for. It's always interesting to look at the lifespan of the contract. So this is the February contract. As I say, it settled in here just a little over 16. It overshot here for a little while at the end of the year, 1550, but it was up here as high as 1950 back here in December of 22. So let's just review these numbers. We've had the base 1 class price for a while because that always comes out 2 weeks earlier, and so that came down 49 cents. So class 1 saw a little bit of a haircut this month. Class 3 came up 91 cents. It was at 1608. Again, we've been as high as 1852 back here in April of this year, but quite a bit lower in the summer. Now it looks like the end of day yesterday that this was trending up a little bit, and I think that's probably true. To what extent is still to be determined. Class 3 is made up of fat, protein, and other solids. So fat was strong again, came up 15 cents to 313. This appears to be trending up, and the biggest point is this is above 3, because anytime we can get fat prices above 3, it's a pretty good deal. Not as high as we were back here in October at 371, but again, we were back at 270 here in April. Protein prices came up 10 cents. They've really been drugged down here. It was $1.23. We had a real low back here, $1.05 or $1.06, I forget what it was, and then now we've been as high as 256. But we hope that protein can stay above $3, but it just hasn't. Been trending up a little bit with cheese trending up, but again, those cheese numbers I think are what are a little bit in suspect. Other solids have just been marching up. We've gone up from 6 cents to 27 cents. That's a 20-cent increase. And it's basically 6 to 1, if you will, about $1.20 added to the class 3 prices. This is our high, and it was up about 3 cents. This looks like it's going to pretty well flatten out here, 28, 29, 27, somewhere in there. Class 4 came up about 46 cents to 1985. Butter's just been on a rampage here. Looks like it's going to come up a little bit, but again, non-fat dry milk and butter are both under a little bit of pressure at the moment, so how much higher this goes is a little bit questionable. We were as high as 21.49, and again, pretty low back here in April at 17.95. So whenever we get the class component numbers, we can actually look to see what we think this next year is going to be. And so actually 2024 is strengthening from last month a little bit. Right now we're looking at about $1.10. I've always been in that 50 to $1.50 range, but right now about $1.10. And it is still about $2.60 higher than that 21 number. Now, if you're interested in my Sunday podcast, again, it's only $200 a year, so it's a great deal. I talk about what's going on with the dairy margin, and we've pulled about $1 a cow a day off of feed costs between cornmeal and soybean meal. But I always get into that in a lot more detail on the Sunday podcast. If you're interested in that, send me an email. I'll tell you how to sign up for it. So the class and component numbers came out on Wednesday. We're going to have the egg prices later this afternoon, which will kind of give us an idea what the DMC numbers look like, along with the dairy slaughter. And then on Friday, the upper Midwest spot milk. Next week is going to be an active week, so get ready for that.